So you probably think your 401k is the gold standard for retirement, right? Well, what if I told you there's an account that most people completely ignore, one that mathematically beats a 401k in almost every single category? Okay, let's dive into this thing because it could fundamentally change how you build wealth.
And I want you to really think about that for a second. Is your account leaking? Because for millions of people, the answer is a definite yes. There's this hidden flaw in the way most of us save our money, a guaranteed loss that's happening right under our noses year after year. And this is the culprit. It's called tax drag. And look, this isn't about market crashes or picking a bad stock. Nope. This is the guaranteed slow erosion of your wealth from taxes. Taxes on your growth, on your dividends, and eventually on your withdrawals. It's like pouring sand into the gears of your compounding engine. And the cost? It's staggering. Over your lifetime, tax drag can siphon off 20 to 30% of your potential retirement wealth. You are, in effect, voluntarily donating a massive piece of your future to the tax man without even realizing it's happening. So let's just reframe this. This isn't just about paying taxes. It's a fundamental, structural problem in how we're all taught to plan for retirement. But here's the good news. A structural problem has a structural solution. Let's look at how we can fix it. Now, this slide gets right to the heart of the matter. Usually, the government makes you pick, right? You either get a tax break now and pay later, like with a 401k, or you pay your taxes now so you can take it out tax-free later, like with a Roth IRA. But what if there was an exception, an anomaly that lets you have the best of both worlds? And that anomaly is the star of our show today. It's the one account that legally breaks the rules of that either-or choice, and it provides this unique triple benefit that honestly seems almost too good to be true. So let me introduce you to the Health Savings Account, or HSA. But please don't let the name fool you. While it's designed for health expenses, its real power is in its structure as the ultimate investment vehicle. But there's a catch. You can only get it if you have a specific type of health plan. So this right here, this is the Holy Grail. It's the triple crown of tax advantages. Let's break it down. First, the money you put in is tax deductible. Bam! That lowers your taxes right now. Second, your money inside grows completely tax-free, no tax drag whatsoever. And third, this is the real kicker, your withdrawals for qualified medical expenses are 100% tax-free. It's the only account that gives you a tax break on the way in, during growth, and on the way out. Okay, so knowing the benefits is one thing, but using them to their absolute full potential is another. So how do you actually turn this account into a powerful engine for long-term wealth? Well, it requires a very specific strategy. This is the single most important mindset shift you have to make. Most people put money in their HSA and then immediately spend it on prescriptions or copays. That is like using a rocket ship to go to the grocery store. You're completely wasting its power. And this illustrates this strategy perfectly. It's called the receipt shoebox strategy. Here's how it works. You pay for your current medical expenses with your own money, out of pocket, if you can. Then you save the digital receipt. Just put it in a folder. Now, here's the magic part. There is no time limit for when you have to reimburse yourself. You can let that money in your HSA stay invested for 10, 20, or even 30 years, compounding away tax-free, and then you reimburse yourself for that old expense decades later. It's brilliant. The results are just incredible. When you consistently contribute and invest, you let compounding do its work, completely shielded from taxes. And a modest annual investment just transforms into this massive nest egg. How massive? By following this strategy, you could potentially build a fund of over $400,000. That's nearly $500,000 that is completely 100% tax-free, just waiting for you in retirement. Okay. Before you rush off to open one, let's do a quick reality check. This account is amazing, but it's not for everyone. There is a catch. And here it is. To contribute to an HSA, you absolutely must be enrolled in a high-deductible health plan, or HDHP. This is the key that unlocks the door. It's a non-negotiable prerequisite. So an HDHP can mean higher out-of-pocket costs if you need a lot of medical care. You have to be honest with yourself. If you're young and healthy, it can be a financial superpower. But if you have chronic conditions, that higher deductible might actually cost you more than the tax savings are worth. You don't want the tax tail wagging the medical dog. Now, people always ask, what if I'm healthy and I don't have enough medical bills in retirement? Well, this is the final trick up the HSA's sleeve. After age 65, you can withdraw money for any reason at all. For non-medical expenses, you just pay regular income tax on it, exactly like a traditional 401k. So the absolute worst-case scenario is that it's a great retirement account. The best case, it's a tax-free super fund.
So with all these benefits, where does the HSA fit into a smart financial plan? This part is critical because the order in which you invest your money can make a huge difference. You do not want to get the sequence wrong. Okay, here's the game plan. First, build an emergency fund. It's your safety net. Second, always get your employer's 401k match. It's free money. Third, destroy any high-interest debt like credit cards. But once that foundation is set, step 4 is to max out your HSA. Notice it comes before maxing out your Roth IRA or your 401k simply because its triple tax advantage is mathematically superior. And this really is the secret, you know? Long-term wealth isn't about getting lucky with the next hot stock. It's about making smart, strategic decisions with your financial architecture. It's about minimizing those silent killers like tax drag through boring but effective optimization.
So if you're eligible, it's time to see your HSA for what it truly is, a retirement superweapon. And the only question left to ask yourself is the one on the screen. Are you ready to stop tipping the government? Because the answer could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to your future self.